Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of IQ Coding House. And today's video, I am actually talking about the most talk of the town. I think the topic which is actually the talk of the town right now, and I think every developer now actually talking about this, and most of the developers I think in every company which actually like would like to uh, learn like the agentic coding, would like to learn about agentic coding, and I think many of us are already confused about like uh, how we can actually do the agentic coding versus human coding. I mean, we are actually used to do the human coding and instead of agentic coding. So agentic coding, I think, it's not new. I mean, it's almost uh, like this is actually like the agentic coding is being very popular since last 1 year. I mean, before that, every developer actually used to do the code by himself. So today's video, I am actually like clear the concept of like what agentic coding means and what is actually the human coding, and does agentic coding replace the human at all, or is something different. So that's actually I'm going to share. So before dive into details, I mean the big question is like, what if like I could write code by itself, like build apps, fix bugs, run tests, and improve code. So that is actually the agentic coding. I mean everything actually done by the AI coding agent. And then the human coding, actually we already know that it's actually developers needs to do everything manually, and developers needs to write code, design the architecture, debug issues, maintain systems, and developer actually has full control. I mean, as developer write every single piece of code. So but it obviously time consuming. So the agentic coding actually, as I already mentioned, that AI agents help build software, and what you need to do as a human, you just needs to describe the goal, and you need to describe the goal based on the requirements. I mean, you need to analyze the requirements like AI, though AI also can do that, but till now, I mean, in 2026, I mean, till now, and I think not in 2026, I think going forward also as a human developer, I mean you need to understand and you need to articulate the problem, and you need to understand the requirements, you need to understand the business decisions, though AI coding also needs to know it, but you as a human developer comes first to know the business requirements and articulate the problem, and then you need to describe the goal to the AI coding agent, so that AI coding agent can write the code. So for now, at least you need to utilize the AI coding agent to write the code, and the rest of the things you need to do. I mean, once AI coding agent finished writing the code, then you need to verify the. I mean, you need to verify this work. You need to do the manual testing. So that is actually the current situation right now. I mean, right now actually the human AI coding agent and like the human coding versus, I mean, the agentic coding actually works together, and I think going forward that should be the case. Example, I can say like build a REST API with authentication, and AI can do like AI can just generate the code, install necessary packages, and it can run the test, and it can obviously fix the errors. And it can be done by, I mean, within 10 minutes, I must say. And here is a real example. I mean, if we can consider that building a blog website and what human coding do. I mean, and as I earlier mentioned that as a human, you need to understand the business logic. You need to understand the requirements. You need to articulate the problem, and then what as a human developer you can do. You need to set up the project, write components. I think you need to write every piece of components and connect the database, and you need to test everything. I mean, uh, like, and everything you need to do manually obviously. But here is actually agentic coding actually helps you, I mean, not replace you, I must say. It actually helps you to prompt, like what you need to do, you need to actually prompt the AI. Just you need to write a single word, I mean single, not a word actually, it's single sentence, like build an exist block. And like it's done in minutes. So that actually isn't coding do. But obviously, as I mentioned, that after completing, like when once isn't coding, like once isn't coding isn't finished his work, you need to verify it, I mean you need to do the manual testing. And here are the most popular AI coding agent tools so far right now, which is Cursor, Cloud Code, which is used actually Anthropic API, and GitHub Copilot, Agentic Mode. So you can think about it if you would like to use Agentic coding agent if you've not started yet. So the important truth is, I mean, that this is really important for you, like to keep in your mind that AI will not replace developers, but you will replace if you are not able to use AI coding agent. So developers actually using AI will replace those who don't. So as you know, like I have seen that nowadays many of the job circular actually they mentioned it, I mean as a requirement that you need to have the capability to use AI coding agent. So that is now a job description requirements right now. So you need to think about it, and you need to start adapting it, I mean to use AI coding agent in your development life. I know, I mean it's really a tough job for us, because as a human developer we love to write code. But now, I mean this is the time, we need to change our, I mean, mindset. So the future of the programming is actually the human plus AI collaboration, and developers actually can focus on the architecture problem, articulate the problem that I already mentioned, and also developers can focus on the system design. So what AI can handle is actually AI boilerplate the code, repetitive tasks, and coding suggestions. So the conclusion is actually the human coding actually the manual development that we all of us know, and agentic coding actually AI assisted development, and the future belongs to developers who work with AI that I already mentioned. And like many of us, like nowadays actually they are actually looking for those developers who can work with AI. Yeah, so that's all for today's video. And if you would like to get those kind of videos, then please don't forget to subscribe these channels. And in my next video series I will share how you can use the AI coding agents more effectively. So till then, see you and goodbye.